Hello, my name is Danny Woodman, and my preferred pronouns are he, his. We are SHAPE, Sexual Health Advocate Peer Educators. Our organization provides various programs to help the MU community. We present to residence halls, classes, Greek life, and other organizations that request our presentations. Before we begin, we would like to establish a safe space. With that, we would like to use inclusive language. We want to address people by their correct pronouns and use partnered language. If you decide to add to our discussion, please provide your names and your pronouns. We would also like to mention our four core values: talk, protect, respect, and enjoy. We will talk about these further as we progress through our presentation.
Also, my name is Hannah. I'm the co-presenter. My pronouns are she, her. Okay, but to begin, we are going to do some values exploration. I'm going to ask you all some questions. Please feel free to respond. If not, that's okay. This can be a pass or share thing or come back. So, what characteristics are important to you in a friendship? Yeah, go ahead. Oh, okay. Yeah, those are pretty good ones. I would say also look for those. What about you? Oh, awesome. Okay, and we're gonna do the next one. So, what characteristics are important in a romantic or sexual partner? Okay, thank you for sharing. Alrighty, now we're gonna move on.
Cool. So next thing we're going to talk about is what is consent. Planned Parenthood has a great analogy. It's called FRIES. It stands for freely given, reversible, informed, enthusiastic, specific. So freely given means that you give your consent freely. Reversible means it can go both ways. And informed means that you're totally both know what consent is about. Enthusiastic means you're willing to give consent. And Pacific is that the consent is narrowed down to something that you can hold on. Important part about consent is that it's ongoing. So consent can be given in the beginning, but it can be taken away at any point in time. And it's just important to look at body language and stuff like that to see how consent is going. Cool. So then we're gonna have a little activity. If you all could pair up together, we're gonna have a speed dating activity. I'm gonna give you a couple of questions. Take about 15 seconds to talk about each question. So the first question is, what is sex? So once again, take about 15 seconds, talk amongst yourselves and see what you all think of. Cool. The next question is, what is abstinence? Great. Now, the next question, what is cheating in a romantic or sexual relationship? Awesome. And then, are condoms or other barrier methods necessary for healthy sexual relationships? Cool. And then the last question, is it better to protect someone's feelings or to be brutally honest? So now that you all have had the chance to talk about these questions, what did you all think of this speed dating activity? Over there? Awesome. That's a great point. Thank you. Did you gain any new perspectives? Sure, go ahead. Good, good. Awesome. So the next thing we're going to talk about is communication styles. Does anyone have any idea of what effective communication looks like? Yeah. Awesome. Great point. And then on the other hand, what does ineffective communication look like? Totally, yeah. Good point. So we're going to talk about a few communication traits. The first is passive communication traits. This is putting someone's needs ahead of your own. Then there's aggressive communication traits, is putting your own needs ahead of someone else's needs. So these are both kind of on one end of the spectrum. And then in between that is assertive communication traits, which is where everyone's needs are ranked as equally important, as a direct communication style, and use of I statements. This is important because assertive is kind of getting in the middle of that and realizing that both people are equally important.
And I statements are important because you're expressing how you're feeling and you're expressing how the person's actions are affecting your feelings.
Awesome. So now we're going to have a little activity. If I can get 2 or more volunteers. Cool. So one of you is going to have a movie you want to see, and the other one will have another movie they want to see. Use different communication traits to decide what movie you're going to see.
And feel free to play around with this, have some fun with it. Maybe you can do the exaggerated version of your specific communication trait.
Awesome. Cool. Why is it important to understand communication styles? Anyone? Yeah. That's a great point. Absolutely. Thank you so much time. Thank you for taking the time to listen to our presentation today. We have a lot of great resources available for y'all to use. We have the Columbia Public Health and Human Services, the MU Counseling Center, and the MU Student Health Center. All these places have great resources available. And also, if you all could fill out the evaluation form just to help us know what we could do better, what we did well, and that helps us answer our presentations down the road. So
Yep.
thank you all.
And I will go ahead and pass those out. Thank you.